Hi guys, it's Hector again, and today I'm going to rank all the zones from Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. Now, with some rules, I'm not going to include the final zone because it's part of the Scrap Brain zone. I'm also not going to include Sky Chase zone because it's part of the Wing Fortress zone. I'm not going to include the Doomsday zone because it's part of the Death Egg zone. Things part of which are not going to be counted in the list. Now I'm also not going to include Hidden Palace zone because that's part of the Lava Reef zone. So, with that out of the way, let's calculate how many zones we have. I know that there's 16 from Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, and then for Sonic 3, we have 6. That makes 22 zones. And for Sonic and Knuckles, we have 6 again. Without Doomsday and Hidden Palace. It became 6 because of that. So 16 plus 12 makes a total of 28 zones. So let's get started. Number 28. The worst zone probably has to be Marble Garden Zone. Marble Garden Zone is one of the worst zones because the music's a bit bad. The worst music in the Sonic Genesis collection besides Sonic Spinball and Sonic 3D Blast, because I'm not counting any of the zones from those games. For a reason, this is a bit hard. Unpleasant music and a pretty hard boss if you're Tails. It's usually easy in Sonic 3 if you play as Tails alone because Sonic can't fly. And if you're playing with Sonic and Tails, you have to grab onto Tails for you to gain height. But it's pretty hard to, but I do not know how to make myself fly though, because Tails can choose whether not to make you fly or whether to make you fly. But since Tails is alone, if with Tails alone in the Act 2 boss, it's undeniably hard. Well, you know why. Though that the way that the boss has fire and the drill, you need to use your two tails to hit the bottom of the boss as tails. Marble Garden Zone is the worst zone. Next, 27. Carnival Night Zone. I don't care that much about the barrel, but what I care about though is that the boss in Sonic 3 fourth zone, which is Carnival Night, Act 1 is pretty hard already. Undeniably hard. Because of the tops that can break the whole thing, making yourself not allowed to stand on anything anymore. So there is a certain time that even when you're at the 9 minutes and 59 seconds part, you would you can still there's still no chance you would win against the boss. I mean, barely. However, the boss takes 4 hits in Carnival Night Zone Act 1. But it's hard to hit him, and I don't know how to hit him at all. Number 26. Death Egg Zone for Sonic 2. Death Egg Zone only consists of bosses, one of which is really hard. Even the Mecha Sonic, not Mecha Sonic, because that's for Sonic 3 Knuckles. Silver Sonic. No way, I'm not talking about Silver the Hedgehog. I'm talking about Silver Sonic, the first Sonic-like robot that Dr. Eggman made. It's hard because of you can jump on it, but it's still hard. And don't do a spin dash or else you'll just die. Except when the boss tries to use his rocket skates. And then we have Wing Fortress Zone, which is a zone which has a lot of difficulty, and you can't turn, and it's a big mistake to turn supersonic because you might not control your movements and just fall down. This one, since you don't have supersonic, since since supersonic is a big mistake in this level, I don't like it. 24. Is there any representative for Sonic and Knuckles? Because we have the Sendopolis Zone. Sendopolis Zone has good music, but with ghosts, it's kind of hard. That's all I have to say. Next is the Lava Reef Zone, because it's too long. Yeah, it's just too long. This is why I don't like this zone. So far we have Marble. So far I mentioned Marble Garden, Carnival Night, Death Egg, for Sonic 2, Wing Fortress, Sendopolis, and Lava Reef. And now let's get to the Sonic 1 representative. Shall we? 22. Starlight Zone. Starlight Zone isn't that much of a good zone. You have a lot of gaps, so those mines can hit you. They may lift you up, but it's still not good. $21. I'm gonna mention 4 of these zones though. So we're having Launch Base, which is kind of boring, and you also have to deal with water. Even though I like water levels, but it's pretty confusing to memorize it. And then we have Metropolis, which is 3 acts of insanity, lava, a pretty boring boss, I guess, and Pokemon like creatures. I mean, there's going to be 19, and Scrap Brain Zone is lower because it reminds me of one Pokemon. I mean, 2 Pokemon. You guess who those are, but if not, that's Caterpie, which is a caterpillar, and who's that thing? Execute, with that egg bomb that appeared in Starlight Zone as well. So I put those. So this is why so because they're Eggman things, they're part of the Eggman stages. They still kind of suck because they're too hard for me. They're a bit too rough. So far we have mentioned a total of 11 zones. Okay, number 17. Let's get to number 17. Well, didn't anyone guess that the Metropolis zone would be low in this list? Well, what about another zone which I don't like that much? Spring Yard Zone. Spring Yard Zone can kind of crush you with those things, and then getting the rings might lead you to traps. The rings are well guarded in the acts, and the boss is disappointing. And I think also for that zone, Starlight. Now we have 16 zones left. So let's get to number 16. And what zone is that? That's wait a minute. So I put lunch. So I forgot to mention the Death Egg Zone. It's going to be 19 in the list because of the too much difficulty of the boss, and your jumping and your spin jumps, your somersaults will not do damage to the boss. So let's get to number 16 already. Flying Battery Zone. Flying Battery Zone is a zone where there's a lot. There's where you can't, you really don't, where turning supersonic is less illegal, making it harder for you. Well, you can control it better because it's Sonic and Knuckles, and you can also get Hyper Sonic, which you can control more easily than Supersonic because of that flash attack, which can blind those badniks, wiping them all out on the screen, and even getting some height or just doing the same insta shield when you have that fire shield. So this zone is a bit, so that's why I don't like this zone a lot. And then it's also bad in Sonic Mania a bit, the boss, but I'm not counting Sonic Mania. And then we have the last zone for this video, because I'm almost at 15 minutes, and that zone for number 15 has to be Sky Sanctuary Zone. It's not really interesting to me, so stay tuned for part 2. the spikes in Sky Sanctuary.